Making research accessible to the developmental language disorder community, and engage with DLD research summary. Click the microphone icon on each slide to hear an audio recording of the research summary. Key terms, words to know in this research. Plain language summaries. Short summaries of scientific research written for the general public, including people with language disabilities. Study background. Why was this study important? This study aimed to understand how to make research more accessible to individuals with developmental language disorder and their supportive networks, for example, family, speech therapists, and teachers. This is important as understanding research can allow people in the DLD community to make important decisions based on evidence. Study aims. What were they trying to find out? The paper looked at two main challenges. One, accessing scientific papers, which are often expensive or difficult to find on the internet. And two, understanding scientific papers, which often use complex words and grammar. Methods. Participants. Who took part in the research? Participants were parents of children with DLD and a speech and language therapist. Methods. Tasks. What tasks were involved in the research? The researchers led discussions with two small groups of participants. Results. What was found? Format. The groups discussed several formats they found useful for understanding research. These were plain language summaries, one-page posters, infographics or clear visual summaries of data, and short videos with links to the original research article. Text and images. The groups agreed that researchers should use text-based, visual, and multimedia approaches, like social media videos. The groups suggested that researchers use simple words and shorter chunks of text. Perspectives. The groups highlighted the importance of including people with DLD in sharing scientific findings. What do the findings mean? These findings can be used to make research more accessible and understandable for the DLD community. Sharing findings with the DLD community is important because they are the most impacted by the research. Researchers should use a variety of formats to meet different needs and communication styles in the DLD community. Find out more. You can read this paper for free by following this link. Thank you for reading this research. Contact us with questions or feedback at Engage with Developmental Language Disorder.